Well, hello there. We're picking it up with 60. It says, you should now have 2 major quests noted on your character sheet. Identify the mysterious rider and find the stolen box. Those 2 quests might take you in the same direction, or they might lead you to 2 separate adventures. You might decide to head off in the direction you saw the rider go. You could try to determine which way the goblins went, or you could check to see if any of the goblins that fell during the fight are still alive and able to give you information. Well, let's see. I hit that goblin really hard with an axe blow, but let's go make sure that he is completely dead. He might still be alive, and maybe I could question him. If you want to question the goblin survivor, go to 74. Let's try that. I doubt this is going to work, but it sounds like a neat idea. A couple of goblins lie dead or dying around the wagon. You might be able to stabilize one enough to talk to you. Make a heal check to see if you can keep a dying goblin alive long enough to provide you with information. So this is a wisdom skill. I don't have training. So basically I'm going to have to roll a d20 and add 1, and I guess get an 8 or better. So a d20 roll, adding 1. I rolled a 10. Add 1 is 11. And I added 1 for my wisdom modifier there. So, let's see, where were we? 74, right? Yes. Did we get an 8 or better? Yes, we did. Go to 75. The goblin groans, and its eyes flutter open. When it can focus enough to see you, it squeaks in terror and begins to crawl away from you. You try to soothe the goblin's fear and use diplomacy. Oh, you can try to soothe the goblin's fear and use diplomacy. Or you can play on its fear and intimidate to make it tell you what you want to know. Intimidate. Let's go to 81. Alright. Looming over the injured goblin, you exert all your force of your personality to threaten it into submission. Make an intimidate check. Alright, we got to get a 12 or better, I think. Intimidate. That was charisma. We got a +6 to the die roll. So let's see how we do. Ooh, I rolled a 1. Not good. So let's see, where were we now? Did you get less than 8? Go to 82. The goblin's fear of you is so strong, and its injury so severe, that it can't or won't give you any useful information. If you want to try diplomacy instead, go to 76. If you want to try a different approach, go back to 60. Well, let me try talking to him. A diplomacy check. That's going to take us to 76. Make a diplomacy check. That's going to be a charisma check. And it looks like we're going to need... Wow. Well, we got a couple of different options. Let's just see what we get. Diplomacy is under charisma. And we don't have any training, so we just have to go off our natural charisma, which is +1. So here we go. An 11 plus 1 is going to be a 12. It's the second one down. Did you get a total of 12 or better? Go to 78. You convince the goblin to give you some key information with its dying breaths. The goblin tells you that the goblins serve a human wizard named Malareth, who lives with them in an ancient, buried temple hidden in the caves to the southwest. Malarith was the rider you saw, he explains. That's as much as the goblin can tell you before it succumbs to its injuries and dies. Following the goblin's directions gets you to the goblin's lair without alerting the other goblins to your approach. I think that's important. Without alerting the other goblins to your approach. Go to number 83. You've found the goblin lair. Before you begin to explore it and deal with the goblins there, though, it's time to flesh out your character a little more. You should have this information filled out on your sheet already. Character's name. No, we don't have a character's name. I'll just put down this one. I use this name a lot. Alright, we'll call him Jarek. Your class. Well, that was fighter. Your race, that was dwarf. Your gender was male. Alignment was good. 100 experience points. We've got our ability scores and train skills. Armor class was 17. Your attack bonus and damage with the weapon of your choice. Yes, our great axe. We've got that there. Great axe, 1d6, 1d12 plus 6 plus 7 to attack. Your hit points, bloodied value, healing surge. Level 1. Okay, put level 1 over there. And I think that's about it. I think they told us our armor was scale mail. I think that was correct. Scale armor. Very good. Then let's turn the page. Initiative modifier. This is the same as your dexterity modifier. And you use it in combat to determine the order in which characters and monsters take their turns. Let's see. Initiative was up here. And that's going to be a +0. No bonus to initiative checks. What else do we need? Passive perception and passive insight is 10 plus your insight check and plus your perception check. Alright, well, let's take a look at that then. Passive, where do we see that? Passive perception. Don't know if I see that right away on the character sheet, do you? Not that you could tell me if you did see it. Okay, but we see our perception here. That's going to be just a basic +1 based off our wisdom. And our insight, wasn't that the other one? Insight, oh, both of these are going to be +1. Okay. Alright, if you're playing a fighter, go to 84. Okay, 84 was next. Fill in your speed. It's 6 if you're an elf, or 5 if you're another race. Okay, our speed is going to be 5. And for the rest of your defenses, your fortitude is 12 plus your strength modifier. So 16 if you're a human or a dwarf. Alright, fortitude is going to be 16. Reflex is 10 plus the greater of your dexterity and intelligence modifiers. +0. So is that only 10? Not so good. And your will is going to be 10 plus the greater of your wisdom and charisma modifiers. So that's going to be 11. Add 1 to each of these defenses if you're human. Equipment. List your scale armor and the weapon you use. Also note you have an adventurer's kit, which includes a backpack, bedroll, flint and steel to light torches, a belt pouch, 10 days of trail rations to eat as you travel, 50 feet of rope, 2 sun rods, which you can use to light your way in a dark cave, and a water skin. You've got 10 gold pieces. Alright, I'm going to cut the video off here and make a list of this equipment.